Okay, let me hear you say something to make sure the volume.
Okay.
I'm going to just gain the audience.
Well, good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of information regarding gardening, which is a subject that I really enjoy. There's a quote here from Lindley Carstens, and it's taken from the quote garden off of the internet. Garden is about enjoying the smell of things growing in the soil, getting dirty without feeling guilty, and generally taking the time to soak up a little peace and serenity. I first began noticing plants when my mom, my sister, and I moved in with my grandfather after my father had passed away. They had a nice big yard that encircled their home. They had many plants growing in their yard. My favorite was the mint that was growing in the front garden. I used to love to pick it and to break it up in my hands. I loved the fresh mint smell. He also had several crepe myrtle trees along his front fence. They were pretty, medium pink, and they reminded me of cotton candy. He also had a wonderfully huge cherry tree in his backyard. I used to love to pick the berries and eat them. They were tiny, about the size of a green pea. My grandfather used to make cherry bounce out of the fruit of that tree. I know that everyone has an opportunity to enjoy a garden, whether it's the beautiful flowers and plants that we have in our own yard, or the flowers along the roadside, or the fresh produce that we get from the farmer's market. Then when my mom, when my mom remarried, we moved to Metairie, which is a suburb of New Orleans. I was 8 then, and she allowed me to use a little area in the back of the yard to grow some 4 o'clocks. Now, I found some information on the website, which is called shift.com, which describes the flowers this way. 4 o'clocks, as the name implies, possess the curious habit of opening its blooms in the late afternoon, remaining open all through the night. I attended a Catholic school from kindergarten through 8th grade, and in one of the classes, we had a special song that we would sing to Mary, the Mother of Jesus. And those who wanted to could make a wreath for Mary and crown her with flowers. And I had the opportunity to crown her with flowers from my garden, which was the 4 o'clocks, and I was very proud of that contribution. Then when I grew up and got married, I was able to have my very own garden. My husband and I worked together, and we planted all kinds of flowers, trees, and shrubs. As our family grew, we even planted a vegetable garden. My mother-in-law grew up in the country, so she had a lot of experience in this and helped us quite a bit. We worked hard in that garden and were rewarded with potatoes and corn, beans, tomatoes, and squash. Now that my husband and I are older and our children are grown and we have moved away, we have scaled back our gardening activities. We still grow vegetables, but our garden plot is very small. We enjoy taking care of our azalea bushes and crepe myrtle trees, and we love to plant roses. I have always loved flowers, especially roses. I tried many varieties with little success. My roses wouldn't last very long. They would start off growing great when I got them home from the nursery, and then they would succumb to disease and become very straggly. Then I came upon the knockout roses, and these roses are very disease resistant and pest resistant. The gardener is not required to deadhead or remove any of the blossoms to encourage new blooms, so it grows constantly. These plants also survive in many different types of climates. We've had these roses in our garden now for 2 years. We enjoy the blossoms from early spring through the late fall. The knockout roses have helped me to be successful in my garden. You don't have to have a huge garden to enjoy its beauty and reap the benefits. According to an old Chinese proverb, he who plants a garden plants happiness. And this is taken from The Gay Gardener, gardening quotes from off of the internet. Now I will provide you with some more ideas on gardening with roses in my informative speech.